Because
Why?
because it's a restaging. I mean, Rocky Horror is a stage musical.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I have a slight problem with fucking remakes and reimaginings and shit like that.
Well, before we cut right into it, I'd like to welcome everybody to another episode of the Coffee Jelly Hour. I am one of your
Hi.
hosts, Bunny Boy Ace, and with me, as always, is Tony the Knife Longworth and Matt the Clamps.
Woo!
Yeah. How we doing? We all okay? Can I bitch about Hollywood just for a minute?
Yeah. Get your venting out, because I do really.
Lord, you are
really
shit.
talk
You
about
have
this.
no fucking original idea. No, they have got loads of original ideas. No, it just pisses me off now and again when I'm like, why the fuck are they remaking something which I think is a pretty damn good film anyway? Okay, end of rant. That's it.
Well,
I can go
okay.
on.
So where I
fine.
fall on the spectrum is the only things I care about is the intent of the message and the music. And that's the only stuff I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of seeing new actors in those roles. I'm not afraid of new staging. I'm afraid of... and this is one of those things that really dates musicals when they try to modernize it. I'm really afraid of that. I don't want to see an industrial remake of Rocky Horror. As much as it sounds like a cool idea in practice, it severely dates it, and I'm also worried that they'll lose some of the sexual proclivity of the movie.
Do you think it's going to be like that though? Hey, pass me your iPhone.
I don't think it's gonna. No, I don't think it's gonna have it.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna suffer from that. The other thing that I'm a little bothered by, and man, this is a loaded potato, but I have to admit, I just. Oh God, I don't even want to bring up the subject, but people do know that Frankenfurter is transvestite, right? Not transgendered.
Yep, yeah.
Like for everybody who's been leaving that comment about how like it's so awesome that they got a transgendered actress, I seem to think that it's almost
Really?
counterintuitive. Yeah,
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
I don't think that's a terrible choice, but I'm actually worried that there's so many. There are two types of people. There are the people who are directly dismissive, and then there are the people who are literally praising it too much and they haven't seen it yet. It's like, this is going to be really great, and it's like, you don't know that yet. Hold on.
I mean,
let's wait till we hear some of the music there. But it's always like, she's such a beautiful, brilliant actress, and it's like, I'm a little afraid that you're just saying that because you don't want to be critical. Like, be critical.
Yeah.
She's an actress. Like, it's okay. I'm not saying.
No, I mean she is those things, and I actually do have a lot of confidence in her. But I guess, I mean, she took the role. I mean, I guess.
No. I'm not saying I'm not at all saying she's dumb for taking it. I just hope that they don't lose something in the translation of the transgender versus transvestite, and I also hope that they open a can of worms.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, as somebody who's like really the face of transgender and gender identity issues, she obviously believes so
I think she could do really good. I'm just a little cynical when I see the other half. There's a lot of people who are just overly praising, and I'm like, you haven't heard her sing, you haven't heard the material yet. You gotta, before you're like,
yeah.
This actually happened recently. It was perhaps the one tweet that caused me to explode the most from a certain iconic movie reviewer who said, what happens if the new Ghostbusters movie is actually bad, and how do we not sound like those knuckle draggers? And it's like, you're so concerned with your own image. You're so concerned with being so PC that you're afraid to criticize something.
Exactly, because I might look bad. And that's bad for me.
I want to make it clear that I don't like this, or I don't like this movie because it's a bad movie, not because it's like everybody else. And it's like, the people who say that are 10. Let's just ignore them and talk about everything as adults.
Personal preference. If you don't like it, then fuck it.
Like, personally, I fucking can't stand women. They should be.
I know that.
Should be them cooking.
I know that. Should be in the kitchen all the time. I've just realised you're talking about on the new Rocky Horror, Laverne Cox, isn't it? Who's in. Orange is the New Black. I know who. Yeah.
Oh, and she looks great. All the stills of her.
Amazing stills. Holy shit! Yeah, she does actually. Yeah.
And the aesthetic looks really cool. I actually was really excited because I like the way it's.
I mean, there were only a few shots, but it was like, oh, that's a nice look for, kind of updated idea of Frankenfurter.
Yeah. It looks, she looks pretty cool. The only thing that worries me about this remake, it's actually listed on IMDb as TV movie, which kind of like it sort of is like a red flag for shite, really, isn't it? Now and again. So I don't know. It might be all right. It's all right. It's kind of just worried.
Well, just as long as they don't pull any weird twists. I hate to sound like such a purist, but that's the stuff that matters to me. I like the source material a lot. I like the Rocky Horror Show, like not just the picture show. I like the Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah. It's
it would be a huge disservice to soften it, which it doesn't need that much softening. Or actually, what's weird is it does and it doesn't. It's not like it's so sexually scary anymore, but at the same time, it challenges such roles of gender that it becomes kind of a. And you can easily fuck up on that. Not only can you be too quote-unquote progressive, you can also make it too much of a joke, which I've seen productions do that before, where it's almost like, oh, look at how goofy this man in makeup was.
Yeah, it's true. Does anyone know about the Rocky Horror Show video game, 1985 video game? It's listed on IMDb.
Larry Bundy Jr., really wonderful YouTuber, also a really nice guy.
Right.
He responds to like everybody. He has a pretty good review of it.
Oh, I need to check that out. That's man. Saying that, you know what? We're talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show. I only really watched it for the first time last year, so I'm not really a mad sort of diehard fan or anything like that. I enjoyed it, but I was just like, oh right, okay. I kind of missed it when it was out way back when, kind of thing. So yeah,
it lives on so many amazing factors. It has such an aesthetic that makes it instantly memorable. Virtually everybody in the cast gave some kind of memorable performance, albeit great or bad. In the case of like Rocky, who's almost notably hilarious in that film, versus Tim Curry, who's fucking eating all the scenery.
Yeah, he's cool. He is cool. I know. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and the songs are great, and I have skeptical optimism for the new film. I just can't get on board because as much as I hate seeing people go, meh, this looks bad, I also am a little annoyed at the same degree of people going, well, I'm willing to bet this is going to be better than the original, and it's like, well, wait a second. Because early on they were talking about how it was going to involve more songs and stuff, and that could be a pothole.
Wow. So So they're gonna have the original songs, then they're gonna write new songs, which are gonna be
like I said, I guess I'm just used to it because that's how musicals work. Like you restage, you rewrite the songs, you add songs, you take songs out. I mean,
I guess it's a little bit different this remake because it is a musical as opposed to, I don't know, a horror movie or something like that. So it is a little bit different. But I guess do you reckon it's going to piss off a load of like diehard fans?
Oh, it's already happened.
I'm sure it will. Everything does.
But then I guess
there's already a shitload of people who are really. Some of them bring up really interesting points. I think my favorite that I read was that as Frankfurter as a character, the whole idea was that he was a very masculine-looking character, and the femininity was the sort of shock on top of that. And they talked about how there's a sort of visceral level, whereas Cox is actually genuinely an attractive woman.
Right,
so it kind of takes some of the edge off of that. I actually thought that was one really valid criticism because Tim Curry doesn't have a convincing attire, or he doesn't look convincing on a glance, but he has this air and he has this power in his performance that sucks you in.
Yeah. He's
that was the one diehard complaint that I read that I was like, you know what, there is some validness there, but then the rest of it was just like, Riff Raff ain't bald. Why didn't they make him bald? And it's
yeah, it's
you can't just scene for scene remake it. Then you get that awful Psycho remake.
Oh my god, that you mean the scene for scene remake?
The one that Gus Van Sant made.
Yeah, well, he did fucking drive a big truck full of money up to his house, and he couldn't say no really.
And so his butthole.
And it was Vince Vaughn. Jesus, Vince Vaughn. Am I imagining this? Vince Vaughn.
No, you're not. It was Vince Vaughn.
Holy shit! That is the fucking worst shit ever. I've actually seen clips from it. I refuse to watch the movie, and just the fucking scenes I've watched are like.
Well, have you seen the original?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
a big.
then you've totally seen it.
No. Well, yeah. I'm a big fan of the original, but I mean that is definitely a movie where the original is as perfect as it's going to get. It's like, why even fucking attempt to make a remake? It's going to piss off the original fans. But I guess the producers are thinking, oh, but we'll the kids now will more than make up for the fucking money by more people getting into it now. And
well, yeah, and it was a really weird kind of art experiment on the director's part too, where it's just like, what if I literally just took this and did, I don't know, that was kind of his explanation, was, at least I think I'm remembering it right, is it was just an art experiment in what if I just did this and made it nothing different except it's in color with different people.
Oh, I mean, even the color takes a lot away from the atmosphere as well. As like it makes me feel even more uneasy because it's kind of like black and white. The original is like, wow, it seems more brutal. Even the blood and everything. It's kind of like, wow, this is really good. I'm just looking who's in it. Vince Vaughn and is it Hesh? You pronounce it? Julianne Moore, Viggo Mortensen, William H. Macy. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Remakes that did it right. Let's go right on to that one, because Rocky Horror does bring up the whole concept of remakes, and Psycho is obviously a really bad one. But let's throw a couple of remakes that maybe not necessarily outshine the original, but are certainly great films on their own right.
Dawn of the Dead. I kind of like Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah, I was just about to say Dawn of the Dead.
Definitely top of my list.
Yeah, that was up to that point. Every single remake, I was like, shit, and then that come out, and I was like, yeah, I'll just watch it. And I was like, oh, it's actually a good movie. I do like this. It was really good, and what's his name? Phil is in it from Modern Family as well as some slime ball. So I kind of like seeing him in that. Go back now and seeing him. I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah, Ty Burrell or whatever his name is. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Anyway,
Dawn of the Dead is definitely the golden standard. Yeah. Whereas I personally find that Poltergeist remake to be the worst thing.
Oh, I have not seen that. I kind of avoided that one. I was like, I don't really. Is it that bad?
It has this weird. It's like everything that made Poltergeist good makes this film bad. This film shoots its load constantly on jump scares and shock value, and there is no build up.
Really?
What really kills me also is I watched it with Seth, and his exact opinion was, I'm going to give this a chance, but the second they go into the ghost world, I'm done. And sure as shit, you get to see the ghost dimension and everything, and it was like, oh, you're...
Is it bad?
It's just, you're taking some of the...
CGI! Was it just like CGI overload?
There was also this weird subplot involving, oh god, I can't think of the actor's name. The father character, and he's got a problem with alcoholism, and they it's like a really, and like he doesn't have enough money for the family, but then they never touch on that again. So you're just kind of like,
really?
What the fuck?
I guess
yeah, like he's like using credit card money he doesn't have, and it's like almost depressing, and you almost want to see this coming of age story of this family.
Holy shit! Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that movie at all. I tell you, right, other good remakes.
All right.
The Thing, as in John Carpenter. We've done it.
That one, I know we've talked about that one. I almost don't count it though because the original is so far different, and it's almost a nebulous connection.
Isn't the original like a really 60s corny sci-fi? Yeah. But then, you know what? We've had this conversation before. I actually liked the remake of John Carpenter's Thing only because of Halloween Horror Nights, and there was a haunted house.
Oh, Burns!
Yeah, no. And then another one. Here's another one just to piss you off as well, right? Or here's another two. I actually like Rob Zombie's first Halloween film.
So do I, actually, yeah.
It was pretty brutal and good, and I do like the Evil Dead remake as well, which I know Ace doesn't, but there we go.
Well, I hated the Evil Dead remake. The Rob Zombie film, I'm actually probably my opinion of this is the polar opposite of everybody. I wanted more stuff involving him as a kid. I didn't care.
Yeah.
being the remake aspect of it. I actually
Where
genuinely
did he come
would've-
from? Yeah.
I would have accepted a prequel, which is the thing everybody complains about. Everybody's like, "Oh, why did they have to show that stuff? What a way to ruin it!" I'm like, I don't know. I actually liked how it was directed. I really liked.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
Yeah, it's probably one of he's he's only made 2 good films, I would say, and that's one of them. So
Well, what's the other one in your opinion?
Yeah.
So curious.
Devil's Rejects.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was afraid you were gonna say In House with 1,000 Corpses. And I was like,
Oh
oh
no, God, that movie's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that movie's bad.
Yeah, it is bad. It is bad. What was the more recent one he's done? Not the one that's out now. What was the one?
Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it. I heard it was pretty bad, though.
Well, you know what? I kind of watched it, and I enjoyed it, but it was nowhere as good as I thought it was going to be. I was like, this is going to be well weird and well spooky, and it was okay. It was watchable. It wasn't shit, but it was watchable.
I hate to review something based on other reviews because I haven't seen it yet. Because it's one of those films. It's one of those ones that I actually have no problem throwing my money at. So I'm not gonna find an illegal channel to see it, but I haven't had the opportunity to buy it, so I haven't seen it yet. Weird logic, I know, but the review that I heard of it basically seems to imply that it's his least gory, least shocking, and more in the vein of Jacob's Ladder, but not specifically.
Yeah, it's not as sort of disturbingly, spookily freaky as Jacob's Ladder, which is a movie I do really like. But yeah, it is. You do feel quite uneasy with it. There's a lot of weirdness in there, and it's watchable.
Everybody rallying behind Rocky Horror needs to stop, and they need to go rally behind the Jacob's Ladder reboot. Because holy shit, talk about fucking missing the point of a project entirely.
I know. It's kind of like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was going to say a couple of other like pointless remakes, or the remakes that really, really, really do piss me off are ones like Ring, and it's kind of like, you know, Hollywood are like, oh, that's a great Japanese movie, but, you know, we're not going to, you know, sort of Americans aren't going to put up with sort of subtitles, so we'll just fucking remake it. We'll do it in English, and it's going to be shit. And there was also Rec, R-E-C, this Spanish movie, which was fucking great, and that was remade as Quarantine, wasn't it? And there's others as well. And you're like, you know what? Those original movies are fucking great because they work, because they're fucking weird as shit. That's so different than your normal Hollywood stuff, because it's made outside Hollywood. It's made in a you know, faraway country kind of thing, and that's what makes it even more weird to me, kind of thing. So I've got it down on Hollywood tonight, haven't I?
I'd actually still take a foreign movie made into an American movie over another Spider-Man iteration where they have to retell the origin.
Yeah. It's no, you're right. I mean, I
mean, to be fair, I'm probably going to see the new Spider-Man movie, and I do have some form of faith, but I'm so exhausted of like, didn't you guys just reboot the canon twice?
Oh, yeah, I kind of lost like all interest in that shit. It's like the fucking, I don't know, Planet of the Apes or wherever we're up to now. I don't even know. I mean, there's been God knows how many of them. It's just ridiculous. And I mean, I know they're not all remakes, or
well, you know, the Apes cinematic universe. What are you gonna do?
I know. I just don't like apes. I think
Ape CU.
So any other good remakes? Any other good remakes we think of? Oh, we exhausted them all. Oh, they're all shit.
I'm sure there's more. I'm not thinking. I mean,
what about porno?
I'm
remakes?
kind of in the minority in that I liked that. I liked that Godzilla movie that came out a couple of years ago.
Oh, the one with Bryan Cranston's in it. Is that the one? Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston and
Elizabeth
Olsen.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed that one. Yeah, that was surprisingly.
Yeah, it got pretty crapped on. People were like, "Oh, there's not enough monster, and there's not enough." It's like, I kind of like it.
Loads of destruction. Yeah, it was good. That was fun. It was a fun movie.
There wasn't enough little girls inside of clams singing songs for me.
There you go. Yeah, not enough Mothra.
Oh, yeah, that's a shame. That really. Yeah, more and Mothra's agent. We need more of that as well.
More Mothra.
Yeah. Most definitely.
He was just not signing contracts. They had to move on without him. They were trying.
Yeah. He was on vacation and he wouldn't come back.
That's cool. Oh yeah, another good remake. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, it's not that good. I know, but my daughter likes it and she watches it a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was gonna say Willy Wonka in that one is a little less eccentric chocolatier and a little more creepy pervert.
Yeah.
That was
you're right,
perhaps the only thing about that film that bothered me, and and I actually do like the aesthetic of the movie. I think that they handled the source material pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it's less of a remake
It's
and more
it's more like the book than the Gene Walper one.
It felt much more like that, but
or Gene Wilder one.
It almost felt like they were trying to make some sort of like, see, Michael Jackson was innocent kind of statement. I was like, what the fuck is this?
He
this
might
weird,
be
that's
creepy as fuck. Yeah, he's a bit creepy in it, isn't he? Yeah, you are right. But Missy Pyle's in it.
She is
the star of Director's Cut, Penn's movie. Yep. So it's kind of like every time I see her on that, I was like, yeah, she's cool. I can't wait to see her fucking beaten up and tied up in Director's Cut.
Has there any been news on the Director's Cut front? Cause
the screenings. Emily Gillette's sorting the screenings out now. The sort of the Vegas one out, the premiere. Is it July? And then they're looking at Chicago, New York. Few other places. I emailed her the other day and I was like, UK? You do the UK one? Maybe? I mean, there was talk a while ago about UK. I was like, yes. But I haven't heard recently. But it hasn't been sold as far as I know.
No, I haven't heard anything about that. No emails on that.
No, so it's kind of just going to be, the premieres and
no Anchor Bay, no fucking.
I know.
Dream or whatever that'll accept anything, any Hellraiser fucking sequel you can think of.
Oh, Hellraiser 8.
This new one, it's gonna be about the Pinhead, and
they are making a new one. It's coming.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like.
Did you guys read, like, everybody who's talking about it are like talking with the hope of like a battered housewife? Like, I bet this one's gonna be good. This one's probably gonna be good. And it's like you've not learned anything about these Hellraiser movies produced within a month. Like you've not learned your fucking lesson.
It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna stick with it. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. No, it's gonna be shit. Really. Number 1 and number 2 were good. Number 3, okay.
I like number 3 a lot, and I like number 4 for what it's worth.
How many did he fucking go?
I don't remember any of them, but I don't remember which one is. Yeah.
I need to see what they go up to because actually the other year.
I think they're number 10 though.
Jesus, really?
Number 1 is the all-time classic because it's basically the Cenobites are an afterthought, and it's actually about Frank, and he's eating
Uncle Frank. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then number 2 elaborates. I love number 2. Number 2 is one of the best films ever made.
Number 2 is great.
It feels like the Labyrinth for adults.
Yeah. It is
like a hyper-gory version.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's a question. We were talking about remakes. Now, obviously, the original 2 Hellraisers are great, but the effects good, but of their time.
Yeah.
Could Hellraiser withstand a? I mean, instead of a shitty sequel, if you got somebody really good and you took that original script and you went, all right, we're gonna redo this movie.
Yeah.
Do you think that would come out okay?
Clive Barker has been rallying for a remake for a long time now.
Yeah.
And he's not allowed to remake it because the studio keeps producing these sequels that prevent him from getting the rights back.
Yeah. Right, because it's his. Yeah, because it's based on the Hellbound Heart.
That's right. Yeah. The original book.
And here's my take on the remake of if they remade Hellraiser. If you cut the icon out of it, if it's not Pinhead centric, if you literally reinvent the Cenobites and focus on that story about Frank again, and have the Cenobites as an afterthought, and even go back to their original idea where they're a little bit more I don't want to say ephemeral, but they're much more nightmarish. They're not just they're not just really kinky. They're the leader Cenobite.
Trying to get rid of Pinhead for a long time in the films. They wanted to take him out because he's just originally described as lead Cenobite, and they're like, all right, well, let's get a new lead Cenobite. And somebody keeps going, no, we need that same one.
Yeah.
We need the guy from the poster.
Yeah.
Can he use a chainsaw? What about a butcher knife? How about he chases that blonde girl?
This new one I read on bloodydisgusting.com has a pinhead, but it's got several other ones as well. I mean, they all do, but
yeah.
I have hope that maybe he's not like the number one. I don't know.
But he's gonna be chasing girls through a cabin. Don't worry.
But what Matt was saying, in the right hands, a Hellraiser remake could be great, couldn't it? With
the leader,
state-of-the-art effects and
the leader of the Cenobites in the books was a naked woman on top of a throne of writhing tongues.
Really, I can't even remember that. I have read
that was the description of the leader of the Cenobites, and Pinhead was described as having the voice of a child, almost an angelic voice, despite his horrific.
Yeah.
Right, and now he's, I will tear your soul apart.
True. Yeah.
I will quote memorable one-liners to put inside of plushy dolls.
I do love the imagery.
Fucking Doug Bradley's badass.
Yeah. Because you actually is it number 2? You actually see where he comes from. You see him with the puzzle box. You
get a touch of it.
Yeah.
Is it number 3?
He solves the lament configuration, and
that's right.
Yeah.
I so want to get one of them. You can actually buy them, but they're quite expensive, aren't they?
I have one on my desk.
Really?
I keep my keys and stuff in it.
No, but a real one, you can buy the real one.
I don't have a real one. I have one of the replicas that opens up, and I filled it with stuff. And then I have my 12-inch models of them up. So I love Hellraiser to death. But as an adamant fan, I would like them to remake it and be closer to the source material, because it's a good story. I fucking love how Hell and the Cenobites are all secondary notions to the story about a guy who's basically trying to fight for immortality.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking love it, because it's basically it's Boba Fett-itis. It's that you really like this character, this idea, but he's not the fucking focus, and that's why he's so fascinating.
Yeah, he's just on the sort of outskirts of the whole sort of story, and it's like
Boba Fett is the Cenobites of Star Wars. You're like, he looks so cool, but then in the sequels they start carting him out, and then he's the fucking clone troopers, and you're just like, okay, there goes Boba Fett, and that's kind of like how you feel by the time you hit the 7th fucking Hellraiser movie, and you're like, these Cenobites are starting to look less and less like sexy, intimidating demons and more like dudes going to a LARP party to play fucking Vampire the Masquerade.
It's true. It was a Hellraiser game, which I'm not aware of. 1991 Hellraiser game. It's this. It is. Oh fucking hell! I wonder what it's on. I need to dig it out. I need to play it. Just the sequels to Hellraiser. They obviously wised up after Hellraiser 3, or was it 2 actually? And they just started naming them Hellraiser Hellworld, Hellraiser Inferno, Hellraiser Judgment, Hellraiser Hellseeker, Hellraiser Deader, and
Deader?
I remember
Deader, and
Deader?
What
the fuck? Hold on, is that
Deader.
English slang, maybe?
Deader.
Deader.
How can you be more dead? If you're more dead, you're deader. You're deader than dead.
Were they expecting there to be a third part? Deadest?
Deadest, yes, definitely. And then in production, or in development, should I say, Hellraisers. So,
wait, what?
Oh my god. You know what? Fucking hell. It's actually worth going on. It's called Hellraisers. And it's worth going on just to see the fucking, the pinhead imagery. It's weird. I don't know. It looks like sort of Doug Bradley's put on a lot of weight and maybe had a stroke, really. I don't
he's
know.
not. Doug Bradley.
I know it's not him. Is that? No, it's someone else, isn't it? It's a guy with a bigger head. I'm just being a bitch about the whole thing. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like, it's.
Another keynote. I fucking.
Well, actually, the reason Doug Bradley's. I was gonna say the reason Doug Bradley's not coming back for the next Hellraiser is actually really funny. They wanted him to. And he said, I'd love to. And then they said, okay, sign this non-disclosure agreement. And he said, fuck you, I'm not signing a non-disclosure agreement.
Really brilliant. Oh, it's.
Yeah, it was a little weird. I think it's partially because if you look at the shit that he's in, I think he's getting burned more than anything lately.
Oh yeah. It's like, what else has he been in? Which has been
Yeah,
half decent.
he was
Sad.
in one of the 7 Pumpkinhead sequels that came out to Sci-Fi.
Oh God, I didn't know
Oh.
there was more of those either.
Yeah, well, you
Oh.
once again talk about missing the point of the original about a guy wanting revenge for the death of his kid. Nah, let's just bring a cool monster into the sequels. That's what it's about, right?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, he's in a new Lovecraft thing in post production. Howard Lovecraft and the Frozen Kingdom. I don't know what that is.
What the fuck?
Oh, holy shit! It's a fucking animated movie. Ron Perlman, Christopher Plummer,
Oh, that
Doug,
might be
Doug
interesting.
Bradley. After visiting his father in Arkham Sanitarium, young Howard Lovecraft accidentally uses the legendary Necronomicon to open a portal to a strange frozen world filled with horrifying creatures and a great adventure. Wow, it's fucking hell. It looks like it's like sort of computer cartoon animated.
Yeah,
That might be
definitely.
interesting.
Wow. I want to see that. Yeah.
I
Okay, that's
still
cool.
wish, as I was saying before, I hate the title Hellraiser. I really wish it was called The Hellbound Heart. Hellraiser is such a fucking...
Hellbound Heart sounds great. It sounds classy and mysterious and dark.
Or Clive Barker's second choice when they told him that they wouldn't call it The Hellbound Heart because that sounds like a romantic movie. His secondary choice was Sadomasochistic Demons from Beyond the Grave.
Oh wow.
Attack of the State. Yeah. And then Revenge of the.
They didn't go for that, and then he said, "Fuck you, call it whatever you want," and they called it Hellraiser.
Hell yeah! It's kind of like it's kind of grown
That's what
on
he
me.
gets for selling his book.
Yeah, it's shit, isn't it? It's talking about Clive Barker. He's in bad health, isn't he? And that kind of worries me all the time. And
Hasn't he been in bad health for like 20
really?
years now?
about
though?
20
Like,
years, yeah.
He's been having like warts growing in his throat.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what it is. You know, when you're just thinking with all these fucking famous people dying, it's like, oh, I don't want hope he's all right. But I saw a photo of him the other day. I don't know when it was taken, but it's sort of shaved head, and I was just like, oh, it doesn't look good. It's it's sad.
Well,
really.
I hope he's in good health, but to be fair, I haven't read any of his newer stuff. I read the synopsis to the new Hellraiser book, and I was like,
Yeah.
this sounds dubious.
Yeah, I mean, saying that, I haven't read any of his new stuff, but it's kind of
Well, I mean, yeah,
I do
it
like
might
him.
be dubious, but I mean, I've read a lot of dubious Stephen King stuff as well, and I
God
can't.
damn, yeah.
I'm in the middle of one right now.
Which one? What is it?
Dreamcatcher.
Oh.
Oh boy! Oh, good. We should touch on that. Man, I really like the intro of that book, and then holy shit, does it lose its point?
I'm not super far in. I'm about a third of the way through. Henry just burned down the cabin. Is the point I'm at?
And that's literally the point of
Spoiler.
no return.
Spoiler.
Okay.
I'm not going to read it.
Literally up
So-
to that point, I was like, wait a minute, is this book about evil farts?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, I guess I just imagine Stephen King sitting in his study with a friend, probably a main friend, of course, and that friend being like, "Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta write a scary story about things people do every day, yeah." And just your bodily functions and that part's all hokey. I fucking love the stuff with them. It's kind of like It once again. I really like the stuff with them as the kids. I love how Stephen King writes coming of age. He does it really well. You get this really weird nostalgia for a time that you weren't even part of, and you're just like,
Right.
I could smell the kettle corn, and I could imagine getting 2 lollipops for a nickel.
But the stuff being built, like I said, I'm not super far in, but the stuff being built around, like you said, I like the stuff when they were kids with, duddits and stuff, but the story being built around that, I'm like, I'm not so sure I like this.
Yeah, I will not spoil anything, but I will give you the slight inkling that it gets very military-ish.
The military's already been introduced, and I'm like,
No.
And then it becomes a very dialogue-heavy sci-fi thing where they get into motives of stuff, and it's really uncomfortable, and you're just like, why are they talking? What?
Yeah, I knew even going in that the book hadn't been super well received, but I was kind of like, well, I'm going to go for it anyway because it's one of the ones I haven't read yet. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm massively obsessive about Derry because
Oh, I do too. Derry is my favorite Stephen King character.
I absolutely, like, I get so excited at the pure mention of Derry. By the way, Tony, Derry is the city or the town with
When I was reading 11/22/63,
oh, right, okay.
Have you read 11/22/63 yet, Ace?
I have not. Is it a standalone or is it in a collection?
Derry. It's a huge, big, thick book about time travel and the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
I've just started watching. I was gonna say don't spoil it because I've just started watching the TV series and I just
Oh,
watched
the TV
episode.
series is pretty good, but the book is fucking amazing. Like, I cried reading it. Oh, it's so
really?
good.
Oh yeah.
It's so
first
good.
episode of the TV series, I'm like, nah. I kind of like love time travel.
Yeah, the TV series condenses. It does a good job, but it condenses a lot. But anyway, Derry is in 11. When I got to the point where Derry's not in the TV show, but in the book, he ends up in Derry, Maine, and I was like, God damn, yes! And he meets Beverly Marsh and Richie Tozier, and I was like, this is awesome.
God, that's literally why I picked up Dreamcatcher, because I'm not a big sci-fi nut, and when I saw that there's connections to it, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, no, and that was the same with 11. And I didn't even know it was coming in 11/22/63. He's like driving along and he just stops in Derry, and I'm like, you just got me. Derry is my favorite thing.
Going back to Dreamcatcher, shit title. It's one of those like Native American round things with feathers hanging off. That's what it says to me. It's like, nah.
But don't you know?
Tourists.
That it's just their Dreamcatcher.
Yeah.
I actually there is and this is all covering ground that's already been explored by Matt, and slight spoiler but not really. There's a whole subplot about basically 4 young men becoming friends with a
Down syndrome.
Down syndrome. Yeah, I was trying to remember if he was autistic or if he had Down syndrome or what was going on, and the kid has like special powers. And it's a really fascinating, and it's really good, and you really feel for them and their motivation, and it's really touching, and then it turns into this weird alien story, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm already like, and I like alien stories, like I like sci-fi.
Yeah.
But so far, this one is not that good.
Really?
Yeah, there are kernels and shiny instances. I will not talk down the rest of the book because there are these moments where you'll be like, I like that concept, I like that idea, but the whole execution is just so bloated and overlong. Tell you the worst Stephen King thing I've encountered recently. I read The Mist again.
Oh yeah.
And I watched the movie, and then I listened to the audiobook.
Holy shit.
The audiobook is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
It's done in quote-unquote 3D audio, and it's done like a radio play with no narration.
Wow, okay.
And you'd think that would be cool, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds good.
You hear the sounds buzzing around your head and shit, but every character is like, look, there, on the window! You could see a slight glossy sheen as its cylindrical body travels across the side of the window. Yeah, I see it too!
So the characters are painfully explaining and describing.
Yeah, they have to basically, and they don't do it
right out of it.
They literally describe it in Stephen King's words, which works as a narrator.
Yeah,
he's a fantastic narrator, and he's great with dialogue. But the thing is when the dialogue becomes narration, it's shit. You're like,
it's
why
believable. Yeah.
Observe the viscous suspect that they leave trailing across the walls. What could that be?
Because that's how we speak, really.
Look, Johnny is using a flaming mop. What is? And you're just like, this is. Why didn't you guys just fucking narrate this? Because this isn't.
It would have been a lot better, wouldn't it? Really.
I can't believe that's the direction they went.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Awful.
It's like really sloppy, and I really wanted to like it because the sounds are so cool.
That doesn't even look good on paper, though, does it?
Because I've listened to. Because I've listened to some Sherlock Holmes stories done that way, but they're done as dramatizations, and they're great. I love them.
Yeah.
But they're not like.
I don't think they involve alien creatures eating people, though.
No, and they don't have that. They don't have that thing you were just talking about, where your dialogue becomes the narration. Like,
Yeah.
they got like a touch of it, but not that bad.
No. It just takes you out of the sort of illusion of storytelling. That totally doesn't it? Sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, I believe that's the only one that was done like that. I
That's
think
weird.
they didn't do any other Stephen King books like that one because that one was quite the mess.
It just reminds me talking about aliens. I just finished watching Fargo season 2. Did anyone see that?
No, I didn't even see the first season.
You know what? Both really, really good. Apart from this is, shall I spoil it completely? I'm not spoiling it completely, but towards the end of season 2, it's set in 1979, I think it is, and there's no mention at all, and there's no hint at all or anything of aliens, and there's a really, really tense scene where loads of people are sort of shot and killed, and suddenly this big fuck off alien mothership turns up for no reason and literally sort of shines lights down onto some of the bodies and some of the survivors and then just fucks off, and then later on they're like, well, that was weird, and it completely pulls you out of the fantasy.
Yeah.
It's and because literally me and my wife just sat there and we went, what the fuck? There's just no
Well, not only
real.
that, isn't
Yeah, it's weird. It's not like a sort of sci-fi sort of series or anything. It's just like
I was gonna say, I thought Fargo was more like a real life crime drama.
yeah. It is. It was so strange, and a couple of characters briefly talk about it later, and then they're like, let's not think about it, and that's it. It's left, and it's like, whoa! But it was a big fuck off. Like Mothership turns up, and you're like, it doesn't really do anything apart from observe them, shines a few spotlights on them, and then just buggers off. And it's like, I don't understand any of it. I mean, the series is still great, and the only hint that aliens might turn up, I think there's a gas station, and there's a couple of like sort of touristy trinket things about UFO and UFO spotting and stuff. That's the only reference before all this happens. It's like, what? Unless I missed something, unless I missed an episode, I don't know. But it was very strange. Still a good series, but yeah.
So recently, many shows didn't get greenlit for another season, and one of the ones that got axed was the Muppets.
Oh really?
Good.
Fucking hell. Good. Didn't you like it? Oh.
I love the Muppets. I didn't like that new Muppet show though.
I kind of liked it. I did enjoy it. It was.
I liked it a lot, but it fucked up on one huge thing that bothered me. It quickly forgot its own format. And that gets under my skin really bad, because they try to do that, like, I'm talking to the camera, this is sort of a reality show, and then there's many instances where it's not, and you're like...
Oh, yeah. So
like, just pick your format and stick to it, because I don't know, I always notice shit like that. That's bad direction.
You're one or the other. Yeah, it's I have that slight problem, same problem with Modern Family. Have you seen Modern Family? It is funny. And it's at times it is supposed to be a spoof reality show, but then other times it's like, but aren't the cameras there filming these? I don't understand why. I don't quite know what the score is with it. So yeah, it's that's a shame about the Muppets.
And the other huge thing, because now I'm going to be hard on the Muppets, because I do like the Muppets. I love the Muppets, and I like the show a lot. The second season, or the second half of the season, was all about trying to fix the first half of the season, which was really weird.
Oh right, okay.
And it kind of failed itself quite a bit, because they seem to be so trying to backpedal all the me and Miss Piggy, we've broken up and we're adults about it, and then they quickly revert it to this weird kind of like, wait, you all that stuff about how life changes and all those life lessons were not applicable.
Yes. I know. To be honest, I did like it, but I'm sure I've got about 4 episodes left on the TiVo, which I haven't watched yet. I haven't really been motivated to watch. I will watch it. I will get around to watching it.
And I think Agent Carter also got the axe.
I hadn't seen any of that, actually. I'd seen clips, but nothing. Did anyone watch that, or you'd watched it, Matt?
I watched a few episodes of the first season and got bored.
Yeah, I saw clips and I was like, nah, maybe not for me. So good riddance. No, I'm only joking.
I can't get into any of that anymore. I've now realized that I just can't. I was like thinking about watching one of the superhero movies and it gave me a headache and I just decided not to. I was like, Wait, what do I need to watch in order to watch Thor 2? I don't know.
Mm.
Like, what do I need to know going into this?
Watch Daredevil, the TV series.
I-
Yeah, that's good.
It's well good. That's one
More
of my
and
faves.
more am I getting an appreciation for Deadpool. Like,
Oh,
every
yeah.
single time I see
Deadpool's
something
class.
about a new superhero movie, I just think, like, man, Deadpool was great.
But you're
Mine?
right. I was thinking the same. It's like, why can't everything be like Deadpool? Because that was just awesome. It was awesome. I need to watch that again. I only watched it the other
I
week.
gotta buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like I need to watch it again now. I need to sit down and not laugh all the way through and miss loads of bits because that's exactly what I did. But that's good.
I really hope the sequel just takes the piss out of that whole connective universe stuff. Like, I just hope that they just constantly drop red herrings and weird items flashed for the camera that mean nothing, and that's the next joke they need, because holy shit.
Yeah, that would be good.
Well, I'm pretty much done with the whole connected universe thing as well. Like, and I like comic book movies, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just getting real sick of filmmakers being tied up in another filmmaker's shit.
Yeah, it is. It's just overdone, isn't it? And
Well, if anything, the new Star Wars movie should be the ultimate show in that, because so much of that new Star Wars movie, it's like, you can't be critical of that. You don't know what Rey's backstory is.
No.
Why doesn't it tell me in the movie? Well, you have to watch the sequel. That's going to explain it.
You have to watch another 2, and then you'll fully understand, and that's it. It's
Or that fucking Golden Girls piece of shit with their fucking, like, no, that'll be explained later. Like, fuck you! I want to know now why you have Luke's goddamn lightsaber.
I know, it's all but you'll find out in the next episode. It'll be fine.
You'll find out in the next 700 films. God damn it!
All right, so hold on. You won't find out next year, but it'll be the year after. So the next episode's next year, the follow-up. And is it the year after or 2 years after that? Jesus Christ.
The only good thing about there being a Star Wars movie coming out every year is that it means there's probably going to be a new Plinkett episode every year.
Holy shit, it's the last Star Wars, 2019, the third one of this trilogy. Jesus Christ. I'm feeling really old now. Really old. You know what we should do to cheer us up?
What's that?
Sex. Oh, no, sorry. No.
Oh, yeah.
She's here. She's here.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, she's turned up. I told you she would. Before I get too hard, shall we get into some fan fiction?
Oh, we have a slight conundrum, but we'll figure it out. Let me pull it up.
Let's face it, it's just going to be as chaotic as it usually is.
It's true.
Yeah.
Slight snafu.
Darren's not in the Moonbase. Noon. It's noon. It's not noon. No, is it noon where you are? No, it's not.
No,
it's not. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna have to sort of pick Darren's characters. Oh shit! Gumball, Jaden, Angel, Gabriel. Did I go with Gabriel? Gabriel. Yeah, okay.
Gabriel is Ace anyway, so.
That's fine.
Well,
it's just me saying it.
Gabriel's in this story.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there is, isn't there? The Angel, Gabe, and I don't know. AC send us the link. I've got the link.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's
we'll
all right.
wing it.
I could have left. I could have left a tab open, but I didn't because I've got.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We'll just make it up as we go.
I've got like 27 tabs open on.
Literally, there's nothing we could make up that wouldn't surprise me involving the story. Like, as long as we just have the energy of little kids. And then Gumball, he uses a sweet fucking kick, and he knocks the guy's head off, and then there's like blood everywhere, and then he like jumps like the camera, but like the blood's coming from behind him.
Gumball go! I turned on my TV last night, and Gumball was on, and I just started giggling.
Funny. It's so like light and happy and bright. You
Just
start
imagine those characters murdering people.
Were you waiting, Matt, for them to kill someone?
I was giggling so hard. I was like, when does the killing start?
Yeah.
Why isn't Darwin a mincing fucking homosexual?
Why isn't Darwin like, out pretending to have this girlfriend?
Right, what chapter are we on, by the way?
Oh,
7?
I think we're at 7. We're on the street race.
Street race.
Really quickly, I guess we'll. Oh God, how should we divvy this out to make it make sense?
I don't know. Oh.
Well, you've already got a heavy job for the narrator, so we'll mainly split between Matt and I and throw the sides on you. Well, because you got the narrator job going on.
I mean, let's see. Who do I have in this chapter? I've got Nolo. I've got Darwin. I mean, I can't even tell which Gabriel or Gabe is which. So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll wing it. We'll figure it out.
Right. Should we just go for it? Let's just go for it.
I guess so.
Yeah. It'll be funny because it's going to be shit. The Amazing World of Gumball. The End of the Multiverse. Chapter 7. Street Race.
Oh, it starts right off with me.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, I know. I was like, oh, yeah.
Hey, guys. I have some news for you.
Nolo Passaro.
Oh, what is it?
Darwin.
What is with this like droning narrator? Said
Darwin.
Like,
okay, all right, okay.
Like it's like you're touching your nipple with an ice cube or something. Said Darwin.
Have I got the webcam on? Can you see me? Seriously.
I have a good feeling about this.
Said Gabe.
We have a street race, and you guys are invited.
Said Nolo quite creepily.
That sounds totally awesome, but I'm pretty sure street racing is illegal here.
Said Gabe.
I told the authorities it's just for practice, you know, for some fun, and to prepare for the final battle. It's technically legal.
Said Nolo even more creepily.
You had to pick the perfect voice for that. I don't know if you had the side note to realize that this is like, don't worry, I'm the milk inspector.
Awesome.
Gumball and Darwin said.
I will go with you guys, but don't you think I'm a little young for that? Oh, God.
Young?
Don't you think I'm a little young for this with my supple body?
Dude,
Gabe.
when I was your age, I was street racing with my brother Tone until he...
Said Nolo. Nolo looked down at the T-shaped necklace around his neck, clenched it in one hand, then closed his eyes and sighed.
I'll just take Gumball. What happened?
Asked Gumball.
In the same voice as Gabriel. Are you seriously asking that, Gumball?
It's pretty obvious.
Said Darwin.
The point is, do you want to come or not?
Jesus, asked Nolo. All the boys piled into the car. That's code for something. And Nolo sped off to the racing location. After a few minutes, Nolo and the boys arrived at a large, long, open road. Near the edge of town, they were greeted by a very large crowd. Music blared extremely loudly from Shireko stereos that were part of his car. The song that was played is Hot Wheels Acceleracers. Accelerate! I recommend looking up the song and listening to it while you read this. You know, You know what that reminds me of? I'm reading the spoof Alan Partridge biography. Do you know the Alan Partridge character, Steve Coogan?
No.
Oh, he's like it's a spoof chat show host, and he's fucking awful, and he kills one of his he shoots one of his guests dead and stuff like that. It's fucking an awesome character, but he released this spoof biography, and in like the intro he said, I wanted to include a CD with all this music so you could put the music on, but my publishers said I can't do that, but I've put the list of the music at the back of the book, so I'll let you know what track to put on if you dig it out as you go. And as you go in, there's like little footnotes, and so you read, and it's like a little number 1 footnote. You go to the bottom, it's like play track 1. And then you go to the back and it's just a shit, like, Enya song, or you know what I mean? It's, like, it's just fucking awful, but very, very funny. It just reminded me of this. We'll carry on. The crowd was loudly cheering, celebrating, talking, and laughing. The group consisted of the Acceleracers team members, the Fast and Furious team, and the 3rd Street Saints from Saints Row.
That is fucking awesome!
It's fucking awesome!
Said Gumball, Darwin, and Gabriel. They all stepped out of the car, and the crowd cheered even louder.
Nolo, you are awesome! Thank you,
said Gabriel.
No problem. All right, racers, let's begin,
said Nolo. Several racers got into their cars and lined up at the starting line using their signature vehicles. Brian and Dom Torito, Torque, Nolo, and a player, Saints Row. Everyone had a vehicle except Gabriel.
Wait! Sorry, I was drinking coffee. How was I supposed to race?
said Gabriel, drinking coffee. Then Yusai came walking out of the crowd riding Gabriel's dual runner.
This is how, Gabe,
said Yusai. Yusai handed Gabe the keys for Gabe's dual runner, riding equipment, and Gabe's deck with a few extra cards.
Good luck,
said Yusai.
Kick some ass,
said Gumball.
Go, Gabe,
said Darwin.
Or gay, it doesn't matter to me.
Either or. Gabe lined the dual runner up to the starting line, and a floating robot probe initiated the countdown. The countdown for the race to start. As the robot/drone countdown.
What the fuck is going on really fast? I have no idea why they're racing.
Oh yeah, no, why? What is the race?
What established that they were going to be racing last time? Why?
Nothing.
No. Because it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool thing to do.
Street racing's awesome, man.
Hormones. It's cool. As the robot/drone countdown, the racers prepared. They took their feet on and off the pedals, switched gears, and made their engines roar. The drivers plotted set the course for the race on their onboard computers. All of the probe's lights turned light green, initiating the start of the race. The crowd cheered, the engines roared, and gears shifted. There was a cloud of smoke, dust, and nitrous as all the racers sped off down the road. Nolo and Torque already had the lead, and, not surprisingly, Gabe was at the back, since the dual runner wasn't as fast as the other vehicles. In front of him was the player from Saints Row, speeding on the road in a purple Mustang with the 3rd Street Saints insignia on it. In front of him also were Dom and Brian going head to head. Dom was in a red 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner.
Jr. was red.
Yeah. Hashtag. While Brian was driving his original car from Fast and the Furious, which he rebuilt.
These fucking references. I'm sorry.
I'm
like shaking my head because it's just...
I like the Fast and the Furious film. I like Saints Row, the video game. Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck a Dom and Brian is.
I haven't got a clue.
Let's see what this nitrous can do,
said Gabe. Gabe pressed a button on the dashboard. Nitrous 2 activated. The dual runner sped forward, zooming forward, easily increasing past the dual runner's usual top speed to 300 miles per hour. He sped past the player and Dom and Brian. They were left in the dust. Player used his own boost to zoom him ahead of the Fast and Furious duo. Nolo and Torque used their own Nitrous 2 and zoomed even further. The road started going out even further to the edge of town. Nolo drifted around corners, boosted, turned, and sped, with Torque close behind. Gabriel did the same.
I activate a speed spell. Why? Why is he a magic? And then he uses fucking cards and... Oh my god. I activate a speed spell. Extra dimensional boost,
said Gabriel. The holographic projector activated and sent a blast of energy behind the dual runner, allowing it to catch up directly behind Nolo and Torque.
I'm activating an Accelercharger. Night sight,
said Nolo, even more disturbingly. Nolo inserted a technological card-looking device into a section of the car. An orange glow was emitted, allowing the driver to see in the darkness.
That one's me. Me too. I'm using the Cliffside Realm Charger,
said Torque. As Torque was making that was well worth it. As Torque was making a turn at around 280 miles per hour, the accelerator charger allowed him to drift and still allow his car to stay the same speed and not slow down. Gabriel was still right behind them, coming side to side with Torque.
I activate Big Bang Shot,
said Gabe. Another large glow appeared behind the car, allowing his car to go even faster, boosting it over 300 miles per hour. He started to pass Nolo, as the finish line was only about a minute ahead. Player Dom and Brian were still in the race, but there was almost no chance of them winning. Nolo and Gabriel, fucking hell, I've still got a problem with that name, were head-to-head using nitrous, drifting around corners and speeding to try to gain the advantage.
Oh, I lost. This is my race!
Not if I can help it,
said Nolo. The finish line was only about 20 seconds down the road, with a crowd waiting at the end.
I summon Boost Warrior,
said Gabe, a hologram of a fighter with exhaust pipes, as his backpack appeared in midair and pushed the dual runner past Nolo, boosting him even further.
Holy shit,
said Nolo. Gabriel successfully sped past the finish line, then stopped the dual runner, took off his helmet, and started celebrating his victory. The crowd cheered, and the race was over. A few minutes later, he received congrats from Gumball, Darwin, and all the other racers, a few phone numbers and kisses from cute girls, and high fives. About 30 minutes later, Gumball, Darwin, and Gabe drove home on his dual runner, and the racers and audience left.
That was awesome,
said Gumball.
Yeah,
said Darwin.
Thank you, guys. It was,
said Gabe. The trio walked inside and received mixed reactions from their family members. After a few more hours, why mixed? After a few more hours of movies and video games with their family, they all fell asleep. Little did they know, a figure in black, orange, brown clothing was watching them in the distance. Oh, sorry, fucking hell, it's the same sentence. Was watching them, comma, in the distance, comma, with binoculars, comma, laughing to himself.
I got them right where I want them.
He grabbed his shotgun, stepped out of the bushes, and snuck towards the house.
Only 4 days left until the final battle. By the time I'm down with them, the army of good will have lost a few assets and the general in the pudding pop.
Thank you. Right, let me read this. Thank you reading this story, comma. This is the end of chapter 7. Soon, comma, I will make chapter 8. Stay tuned, comma, and please, comma, follow, comma, favorite, comma, and review.
You see, you gotta stay and review the show. It's a pretty good. There's a pudding pop.
So Bill Cosby's the baddie in this? Is that...
Apparently,
this is probably the most sense this whole thing has made to me. That last fucking. What were they doing? Why were they street racing? I don't want to question some little kid's story, but I'm questioning it because I don't fucking.
Didn't what happened in the last chapter? Then the family just turn up and they were like,
they're like, let's go street race, and then they had mixed reaction.
I'm looking at the last chapter now. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
Families, and they talked about getting laid.
Yeah, we never got an answer to that one.
That is, that's weird. Can someone actually write to Spinosaurus 1998 and just question? That's okay, that's fine. We're gonna leave it there for now, this week.
Your guys' call. I'm still scratching my head in horror.
I don't mind. I just looked at the next one. It's not that big.
All right.
Should we blast through it?
Let's blast through it.
The Amazing World of Gumball. The End of the Multiverse. Chapter 8. It's hero time. The man stalked towards the Wattersons' house. All the, inverted commas, people inside fell asleep in the living room because they were so tired. The figure then jumped through the window, sending glass shots to the floor, then held up his shotgun, ready to fire.
Everyone just get the fuck up. I said get the fuck up,
said the killer. All the family members stood up and were shocked to see a criminal with a shotgun pointing at them. Hold on a sec. They actually call him the killer now. He hasn't actually killed anyone, has he? It's fine. It's okay.
You don't know his backstory.
I didn't know that was the same character from the... Oh, I had a different voice picked out for that. Oh, well.
No, it is. It is the same, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, they all stood up, shotgun pointing at them. What the hell is going on here? Said Betty. Who the fuck Betty is?
Who the fuck are you?
Said Nicole. Asked Nicole. Nicole.
Oh, come the fuck on!
This is just fucking bullshit. Can we go just please a goddamn hour without some maniac trying to kill or rape us?
Said Darwin.
Silence! I am Deadshot. Everyone just line up along the wall, and your deaths will be swift and painless.
Said the killer, who was Deadshot.
I would rather die. How about you drop that gun and fight me if you have actual balls? You coward.
Said Gabriel.
You just go to hell. But if you so insist on dying, well...
Said the killer, aiming the shotgun at Gabe's head. Gabe had several ideas, but he had one main plan. He was about to act when suddenly a flying object shot through the remains of the window and crashed into the hands of the killer, stabbing him, causing him to drop the gun. Comma, full stop. Next, a figure jumped through the window and tackled the criminal, beating him until he was unconscious and bloody. Gabriel reached and turned the lights on. The families both say a figure in bluish clothing with relatively long black hair and a black mask, a bird symbol on his chest, and a pair of electric batons in his hands with a smile on his face. That sentence was shit, wasn't it? Sorry.
Holy
crap, it's Nightwing.
It's a Gumball and Darwin. Who's Nightwing?
Oh, I am.
There you go.
I'm glad y'all noticed.
He said
winking.
said Nightwing. Yeah, that's what it said.
I guess I'll just be. Thank you so much for saving us, saving our family.
Said Richard.
Thank you, Nightwing.
Said Gabriel.
How can this get any better?
Said Gumball.
Who the fuck are we gonna meet next? Ben 10 and Rook?
Asked Darwin.
Well, actually, they were planning to visit you tomorrow.
Explained Nightwing.
I feel like this is a dream.
Said Gabe.
How can we ever repay you?
Who the fuck is David?
Said David, who had just turned up for no reason at all.
Who the fuck is David?
I don't know.
That's class, that.
But
It's like,
he's Gomer Pyle now.
You know what? We just do not know if he could be a very important character. So
Golly.
Yeah. Although reading down, I don't think he appears again ever. He's left now. He's like, how can we ever repay
Isn't
you?
that Gabriel's stepdad from like 6 chapters ago?
Apparently.
Jesus. He doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't talk a lot.
No thank yous are necessary.
Necessary. Yeah.
I'm just glad to help in the final battle. Little old me in a few days.
Said Nightwing. Nightwing then retrieved his batarang and Deadshot's body, then jumped out the window and grappled away. Gabriel then confiscated Deadshot's shotgun and placed it in his backpack. Let's just go back. Nightwing gets Deadshot's body and grappled away. That sounds highly sexual to me.
Yeah. Now let's talk about putting a shotgun in a backpack.
Yeah, he placed it in his backpack. How big's the shotgun?
Yeah.
How big's the backpack? That's the thing. Yeah, that's weird. Sorry, Gabe.
Why did a man break in here and then another man took his body. What is going on? I just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games. This man breaking it. He pointed a gun at me. Mom! I'm so going Rambo style in the final battle.
It's okay.
Ooh, that sounds naughty, Rambo style. Gay. Oh, jeez, let me just fan myself.
The next day, Gumball, Darwin, and Gabriel were watching
The next
TV.
day!
Yeah.
The next day! What a fucking...
Fades to black. The next day, Gumball, Darwin, and Gabriel were watching TV. There were 2.5 days until the final battle began. What the fuck? Right, okay.
So you're telling me that in your world, we're actually in a TV show?
Said Gumball.
How good are our ratings?
Asked Darwin.
You have around 3 million viewers and 3 total seasons planned. That's not true. There's actually 4 now. I've seen all the episodes so far, and you still have about 58 more episodes planned.
Said Gabriel.
That is pretty... I'm turning into a blues musician.
Hey, man.
God bless. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Is there a video game about us too?
Asked Darwin.
Not in our universe. At least not yet. But there most likely is another one. But you guys are on a computer game on the Cartoon Network website. That's right. www.https://cartoonnetwork.com.uk/Gumball the Game. A fun, interactive game, fun for the whole family, all ages. It appeals to the hardcore arcade demographic and little kids with its bright flashing colors and its memorable characters. And it's completely free.
Said Gabriel helpfully.
Not bad.
Said Gumball.
Anyone feel like playing video games?
Asked Darwin.
I don't feel
Oh, jeez. It is.
I don't feel like playing Arkham City.
Said Gumball.
How about Saints Row 3?
Asked Gabe.
Fuck yes.
Said Gumball and Darwin. After a few hours and a visit from Ben 10, Rook, Gwen, and Kevin, Gumball, Darwin, and Gabe were a little bored.
Who is Kevin?
Kevin! It's David's friend. Kevin is David's friend. It's
Just some random guy named Kevin and Gwen show up. Who are Kevin and Gwen?
Gwen. Stefani. He listens.
Because I ain't no hollaback girl. I ain't no hollaback girl.
Don't worry, I will help you in fighting the final battle. What do you need help with? Well, we could use you on guns. I could spell banana. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Bananas. B.
You know what, Stefani? You're gonna fight in the back, okay? It's cool. You got it. You're
fine.
I ain't no hollaback girl. I ain't no hollaback girl.
No doubt. Well, guys.
It's good.
I have a best.
Well, guys.
Well, guys, I have a best friend who might.
Good for you.
Oh, well done. That's cute. Cute.
Who might actually come to this universe to assist in the final battle.
Said Gabe.
Well, isn't that nice?
Said Darwin.
Cool. Who wants to? I'm just gonna fuck you. Who wants to duel me?
I do. Oh, boy, I
bet-
do.
I
You
bet
know I
Darwin
do.
does. I
Oh,
bet.
jeez, Gumball, let's go and duel. Let's duel right now.
Wait. Well,
Oh.
how about a three-way?
How about a three-way duel? Said Gabriel.
Sure.
Said Gumball.
You
The group.
definitely know I want a three-way.
Hold on. The group.
Oh, this is like all my dreams are coming true. Let me check my pulse if I died and gone to heaven.
We have to make sure we go out into the fort, though. That way Jesus can't see us.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We're all fighting on the side of Jesus. Jesus, stop looking at
yeah.
me, dirty pig. Oh, no, just don't look at me. Don't look at me. Okay, now look at me.
The group ran into the backyard, or somebody's backyard, with their dual discs and decks ready to duel.
They're
Oh, my
decks?
deck is
Yeah.
so ready to duel.
Duel dicks and decks. If you say it too
My
quick,
deck
I'm going to
is
say
so
dick.
ready to duel. And
Backyard.
Doc.
Backyard dicks. Ready to duel. They stood in 3 different areas of the yard,
Were they
activated.
around a cookie?
You know what? This kid is so in the closet. They stood in 3 different areas of the yard, activated their dual discs, and prepared to start.
The dual disc is
Yeah.
the cookie last
I
one.
am about to
Last one.
activate my
You
dual.
luge on it. Wait, let's load this. You have to eat the cookie.
That's the end of Chapter 8. Please stay tuned for Chapter 9. Soon. Please follow, favourite, and review. Oh, that was great. That was good, wasn't it?
Oh,
Enjoyed that.
God.
There you
Fucking
go.
homoerotic is all
I
hell.
was just about, it got very homoerotic at the end there, didn't it? It was,
We're
it
not
was...
going to read the next chapter yet, but just mind you, the next chapter is called A Duel to Remember.
Oh,
I bet it is.
I bet it was. Oh dear, you're not going to sit down for a week. It's going to be, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that was good.
I know we're going to veer away from Gumball fan fiction next because we try to be diverse, but I was looking at the other Gumball fan fiction again.
Oh, yeah.
It is still unbelievably funny to me how most Gumball fan fiction is incredibly dramatic.
I mean, dark and very...
Yeah, like incredibly emo. And I was going through one, and it was just about like one of the girls at their school commits suicide, and they're all like coping with life and relationship problems. I'm like, who the fuck writes this fan fiction?
It's just like the cartoon. It's kids. It's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day, one of the kids that we're reading the fan fiction of will probably catch up with us and sue us or something like that. The parents are probably big lawyers or something like that. Do you think that's going to happen?
No, I think it's more.
Yeah.
I heard you reading my fan fiction. I realized how terrible I was. So I shot my whole school. Thanks, you guys.
I killed my parents as well. It's all fine, and I'm coming for you as well. Oh yeah, maybe they will.
Dead. They're dead. They're
Maybe
all
they will.
dead.
Maybe they will. They'll come after us. Right, listen. Just remember, if it looks like magic, it is not magic. It is science. So deal with it. Are we going to fuck off now? Because I'm not good.
Yeah.
This is Tony. That's Matt. That's Ace. We're saying goodbye from the Moonbase. We'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Say bye. See you soon. Bye. Bye. Shall I hit stop? Or should we keep doing it? I want a good goodbye from someone. Come on.
So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, good night.
There we go. We're out of there. See you soon. Bye. Bye.